So this is the session where we talk about the journeys of community entrepreneurs, which is not a very old term. It's a very new term, and it's a term for this decade. A lot more community entrepreneurs are going to come up this year, this month, this decade. I'll say, not year, and that's why we pick up the ones who have already been shown their mettle, and they are already in the ground and doing some wonders. And Pratiksha is one of them. It's gonna take a while for me if I'll start telling you the kind of community she has been running, because she runs three, and the kind of work she has done, and the way she has picked up things is pretty amazing. Like, I came to know about her a little later, but then when I saw, and I felt like pretty much every other community entrepreneur wants to have something like you are having, Pratiksha. The kind of growth you are having, the kind of communities you are building, and the kind of collaboration you're breaking. And I guess this is what we'll unbreak today. We'll talk about all your hacks, all your ways, all your learnings. We would like to share it with our viewers, with our followers, with our other community builders who have joined us. And so that's about it. Pratiksha, off you go. Thank you so much. And you can start with a little bit of your introduction, and then the first thing we would like to know about is the communities you're running. So tell us about that.
Okay, so basically currently I am running 3 communities. One is on,
Nice.
2 are on educational communities for kids, and one is parenting community. So
Lovely.
my focus are on all these 3 communities. And about me, how I started my journey as the community manager is that basically I am a legal person, and after 7 to 8 years of experience, I got a small baby girl in my life, and I had to quit my job. So again, that was a very stressful thing for me. So I thought, why not to share my parenting experience with people?
Right.
So I
Right.
started a YouTube channel there.
Right.
Okay.
Lovely.
And suddenly, to get connected with more people, I made a community on Facebook for moms. And as my daughter started growing, I thought, why not to create an activity community also, where we can share one-to-one worksheets and activities, ideas we can do for kids, so that
Lovely.
everyone can get help. Not only me, every mom who is going through my phase can get help. So in that way, that was the reason I started the community, and I started sharing strong contents in my community. And that what makes me reached here, that I'm having the highest number of community members in my community is 118,000, and another community is having 57,000, and my parenting community is a small moms community, private community, which is having 3,800 members.
Okay, you shared that inspiration was your own child, and then you thought then you should be doing the same thing for others, and others should also follow that. And I guess you started. I will talk about this niche. You are into parenting niche, right? And Facebook is full of these communities. Many of them are active. Many of them have become a ghost town. So, since you have started, and I guess it's been what, 1 year, 2 years? How many years you have been doing this?
Yes, 1 year. I started my first community in September 2020, and another community in December
Right.
2020. 1 year, exactly 1 year.
Right, exactly 1 year, right? So that's an immense growth, I will say. And I'm really glad that you glad and amazed to see the way you're functioning and things are happening in your community. So my question to you is that if there are other similar communities there, and which are in the same domain, so how do you make sure that your members rely on your community for that kind of knowledge, or they should come to your community to ask those questions which they can even ask in other communities? How are you dealing with that competition? Because it's one of the biggest thing which community builders are asking these days. So what are those things which you do for that?
Yes, this is one of the most important thing, because in any profession, whenever we enter, there is competition in any profession. Same thing is in this community building thing. There are many communities, many are very good, many are just made for the sake of making it. My
true.
personal experience says that you should be very, very much focused on the content of the community. Okay,
Content.
I have
Yep.
seen people who are just, who have just built communities to get brand campaigns. So
Hmm.
see, this is not the thing that आपको brands आए दे के चले जाए.
Yeah.
This is a short-term goal. This is a short-term
Yeah.
goal. If you are stuck to your content, then you don't have to run to the brands. The brands will automatically come to you. So this is what I am focusing on, that I stick to the content. I give people what they want from the community.
Right.
Okay, the parenting tips, the educational tips, the
Right.
engaging ideas for kids. So these are the things I am focusing on, and it's very difficult to retain people in the community because
Yeah.
again there are so many communities. So retaining them is very important, and also at the same time to bring more people. So only
Absolutely.
thing which I have learned is that work more and more on your content and leave rest. Means कर्म करो फल की मत सोचो.
Lovely.
Work on your content. That is the mantra for a good community, growing community. That is a simple thing. And apart from that, work on the engagement. See what happens basically on Instagram, and difference between Instagram and Facebook, which I have learned that on Instagram, if I am having a page, only I can share my ideas.
Mhm.
But in communities, everyone is sharing their ideas.
Yeah.
So it is my duty to see who is sharing what, how much it is relevant for others. And apart from that, as I am having a kids community, so it is basically kids are very dangerous kind of audience. So you have to be very careful in motivating them, encouraging them. So I have to keep on commenting and encourage them for the activities they are doing. So
Right.
you have to comment and like and do everything so that people get motivated, encouraged to stay there in the community. So this
Right.
is what my is.
Okay, talking about we talk about competition. You said deal with the competition with the best content and with a lot more positive mindset and motivation for your members. That's a perfect clear-cut answer. And I love the answer actually. Let's talk about rituals, okay? And every community, as a Hindu community I'm part of, we have rituals. Diwali just went. That's a ritual. That's one of the festival, and we have a lot of rituals, right? So similarly, in our communities, also in your community, also there must be a lot of rituals you must be having. What I would like to know is one of that ritual which you also enjoy and your community members also enjoy. Which is that one?
See, again, my target audience is kids. So I have made Saturday as a fun day in my community. So
Lovely.
what kids have to do, they have to come live in the community, and they can do whatever activities they want to do. They can do dance, they can sing song, they can do rhymes, recitation, or anything they want to do, drama and everything. So they really feel very nice when while they are doing live and people are commenting and they can see how many people are viewing. They also understand these days. Mama, see how so many people are watching me. No one is watching me. So I make sure that at least few people watch them so that they get encouraged. And every Saturday we have made this ritual as a fun day. And apart from that, as we don't generally allow other promotions every time, it is not possible for me to allow everyone to go for promotions in my community.
Absolutely.
So I have made one day, that is Sunday, to be a promotion day in my community. So under the comments, people do lots of promotions, and I have seen almost every one of them are doing waiting for Sunday to post in the community.
Wow.
So which I feel is that they are definitely getting something from the community. That is why they are waiting for Sunday to come and post. So these are the Saturday and Sunday I have made as a ritual.
If you can summarize 4 or 5 points which other community builders should keep in mind while reaching out to brands for collaborations, whatever comes to your mind, that like media kit you mentioned, anything whichever you feel it's important, so we can share that.
The first thing in media kit, I don't know how to prepare a proper one, but make sure that you are mentioning, you are giving a good bio of your community. Nicely you describe your community in few lines, not write a big story. No one is going to read the big story. Write 2 lines, okay? and in that just sum up the whole thing about the community. Second thing, mention the content of the community and make sure that the brand whom you are reaching out aligns with your community. Suppose
Absolutely.
I am having a parenting community and I am reaching to a beauty brand. Why they will work with me?
Right.
They are not getting the target audience. Okay. So this is what basically mom bloggers and parenting communities are doing, that they are reaching out to every brand, whether it is anything. So make sure the brand you are reaching out aligns with your community.
Yeah.
The third thing is that when you are targeting a brand and the brand is agreeing to work with you, so it means they are investing in you, they are relying on you. You have to give the quality work so that you don't have to search for another brand every time.
Absolutely.
The same
for
brand
retention.
wants to work with you. The same brand wants to work with you again and again, and they make a contract with you for a year or so. Okay,
Lovely.
so quality of work is more important than the quantity of work. So this is the thing. Always ready with the simple sa media kit. Your picture, your group logo, your group link, the small report of the brands with whom you have already worked, and just that's it. No one is going to see more than that, and no one has time also to see more than that. And once keep the first mail open, so that the person is eager to know more about the community. So let the person be show their eagerness to mail you back, and then you share the second mail about the how you are going to plan the whole campaign, how you are going to make the campaign a successful one. So in first mail only, don't share everything, keep it open-ended.
Absolutely, that's I guess like the secrets of your trade, but like that's pretty amazing. You mentioned that keep a short, crisp bio of your community along with some media kit probably. Then you mentioned that while you are, because they are investing, you need to be ready to create some impact. And another thing, the second point, I forgot the second point. You mentioned that I missed it.
I too forgot. I just did But I got the small report of the brands with whom you have already worked.
Yes, absolutely. Like the past work, what you have done. So I guess it's good for new people to start with barter. With barter, you can at least try and create the sample report which you can show to the next one and then get paid. I guess that's a pretty that's perfect, I guess. And what we can add to that, what more do we need, the another thing which I really like about that you should be working in a manner that you can crack an year kind of a contract with them. That's actually wonderful.
Make the mail very impressive and short and crisp, so that the person mail you back and ask you more about the community. Basically when I send a mail, people are more eager to ask me how the community works, because Facebook is now on a growing stage. So they want to know how a community works, how they can get leads from the community. So not only with product related brands I have worked, I have also worked with service related brands. Like I have worked with schools, international school brands. For my parenting community, I have worked with infertility experts, doctors, and everything, so that people get to know. See, earlier every lady were not able to conceive, but now science has grown up a lot. So infertility experts are also there. So I have collaborated with those brands. Not only products, service industries also in my hands. So I'm working with them also.
So it's very important for the community builder to understand their niche and then reach out to the brand which are relatable to them. Right? Don't just reach out to anyone, because that will not make sense and that will be irrelevant for your audience also. Thank you, Pratiksha. Anyone, if you have any question, you can just drop in right away, or just let us know. We both can pick that question. Else, would like to take the leave, and because we keep very short and sweet sessions usually. I can see your kid around, so hi too. Then I guess you have your duty and won't take you for long. Thank you once again, Pratiksha, for having this crisp and quick session. Actually made me realize the kind of work the community builders do, and like, you know, and seeing you doing and doing wonders is pretty amazing. So thanks for doing the job which you're doing, and thanks for inspiring a lot of other community builders, and thanks for joining us as well. And everyone who joined, thank you so much for listening. You have a great weekend, and we'll see you next weekend once again with another community builder. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.